Kia ora, ko Natalie toko ingo. My name is Natalie. I'm a composer, and on the 26th of September I have a piece being premiered by Imani Winds, and from there it will be a tour around New Zealand as part of Tam Music New Zealand's tour. It's inspired by a trip I recently took to Africa, where I travelled from Southern Africa up through to Kenya. I was there as a tourist, and my piece is called Snapshots because I wanted to reflect the diversity of the landscape and what I was seeing, but just in very small snapshots. So this is my homage to Africa, and I felt that it's appropriate given that Imani Winds are predominantly African-American performers. They're made up of a French horn player, an oboist, bassoonist, a flautist, and a clarinetist. They are incredibly talented and they have a really strong background in jazz, which I wanted to make use of in this piece. They're able to improvise, and so my piece reflects this. Given that they also have an engagement with youth, I wanted to make my piece engagement also to any young people in the audience or any people who are new to classical music who might attend this concert. So hopefully we've got an engaging, sort of jazzy, sort of dancers piece that is really fun to listen to. I got into composition fairly early on. My mum was a music teacher and my dad was an amateur director and quite involved in theatre. I was brought up playing piano and then moved on to cello and clarinet, and from there saxophone, and from there any instruments that I could get my hands on through my mum into an instrument storeroom at school. I found myself getting a bit frustrated at times with the pieces that I was playing. I wanted to change them, I wanted to make them my own, and I wanted to express the ideas that I was able to hear in my head and get them down on paper. So from there I became a composer. I studied at the New Zealand School of Music and Victoria University. I studied under amazing composers such as Jack Boddy and John Southis, Michael Norris. And I had a really great time there. It was a really fantastic place to learn. In writing this piece, as with many compositions, there were a few challenges. For me, one of them was writing for a wind quintet, as all of the performers rely on their breath to be able to produce the sounds. So where on a piano or on a string instrument you might be able to sustain notes for longer, they do depend on being able to stop to take a breath. So I had to overcome that obstacle. And you'll see how I've tried to do that in this piece.